Season for the UH volleyball team. The Bows are all but eliminated from the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation playoffs. But Hawaii's seniors aren't letting the disappointment show going into their final match at Clum Gym.
We're just looking forward to these games, get to play in front of my parents, a lot of friends, and I'm just looking forward to having a good match. And the guys just finishing up on a good note.
We're just looking at it as a career-ending game and just go out there and have some fun.
I don't look at many negatives on the season. I've had a heck of a good time. These are good guys, and I think we've accomplished a lot.
Although this year's senior class hasn't had a successful season, it has been a rewarding experience.
Definitely not the way, I'd like to go on to the playoffs and play for a national championship, but I don't regret anything.
No regrets at all coming here. I love it over here. I've made some great friends. I love the people over here. I love, everything about over here. So there's no regrets. I wish that we could have had, some more success as a team.
I wouldn't want to play with anybody else. These guys are just a bunch of great guys. Yeah, over the last couple of years, well, we've had our ups and downs, but the team has stayed together, and we've had a lot of fun.
First serve is set for 7 o'clock tonight at Clum Gym. Jai Cunningham.
This weekend, the UH men's volleyball team will finish the regular season with its first winning record since 1990. It's a credit to first-year head coach Mike Wilton, who was successful in turning the UH program around, and a credit to the players who have earned Hawaii a top 10 national ranking. Now, regardless of their chances for postseason play, the Rainbow Men are determined to finish their campaign with a 2-match sweep over UC San Diego. From Clum Gym on the campus of the University of Hawaii, Manoa, Fox 13 presents NCAA men's volleyball. Tonight, it's the series opener between the Rainbow Men and the Tritons of UC San Diego. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to volleyball on Fox 13. I'm Jim Leahy, along with Chris McLaughlin. And tonight, Chris, the final 2 games of the season, this being the opener of this 2-game series with UC San Diego, the Rainbows are going to have a team that will finish as winners this year, but for all intents and purposes, they're not going anywhere. It's got to be a very frustrating kind of statistic for this ball club.
It really is, Jim. The Rainbows got off to such a great start, and they've struggled in mid-season, and now they're faced with the task of playing the last 2 games with no chance of going to the playoffs unless lowly Pacific can upset San Diego State tomorrow night. But the Bows have got to be happy with the way most of the season has gone. They do have a winning record, and I know they're going to try to finish on a happy note tonight.
For the seniors, this is their final 2 games at Clum, so they are meaningful. When we come back, we'll introduce you to the players. Hawaii against the University of California, San Diego.
This KHNL sports presentation is sponsored by Bud Light. Everything else is just a light.
Tonight's 7-11 keys to the match for University of California, San Diego. Number 1, they have to serve tough. Rod Wild was telling me they've got to serve BBs in order to keep UH on their heels. And secondly, they've got to be blocking in rhythm. If they can get it going on the block, they can take UH out of their offense. They'll have a chance in tonight's match. And for the University of Hawaii, Mike Wilton says they've got to pass the ball well. He's trying Larson Villamo tonight in the passing position, and he's got to pass well in order for the Bows to be successful. They've also got to have 100% home effort. Mike Wilton said they made a pact together that every home game they would protect Clum Gym and its advantage. So he's looking for a good effort tonight. And finally, they want to have a nice aloha to the seniors as a key to the match. Mike Wilton really wants to give them a good send-off.
Time to meet the players for tonight's match between Hawaii and UC San Diego. Let's go to PA announcer Ken Kendall.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Otto Clum Gymnasium and the campus of the University of Hawaii at Manoa for Mountain Pacific Sports Federation men's volleyball. Tonight's match features the Tritons of the University of California, San Diego, and the University of Hawaii Rainbows. And now, here are tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Tritons from UC San Diego, a 6-foot sophomore from Honolulu, number 3, Mitchell Yap. A 6-foot freshman from Simi Valley, California, number 4, Travis Ferguson. A 6-foot freshman from Manhattan Beach, California, number 6, Neil O'Brien. A 6'2" junior from Santa Barbara, California, number 8, Steve Kremser. A 6'5" freshman from South Pasadena, California, number 15, Matt Minahan. And the captain, a 6'6" sophomore from San Diego, California, number 7, Tyson Kerr. The head coach for UC San Diego is Rod Wild. And now, introducing the starters for the University of Hawaii Rainbows. A 6'5" senior from Sydney, Australia, number 3, Craig Vale. A 6'6" senior from Huntington Beach, California, number 5, Mark Presho. A 6'3" senior from Makakilo, Hawaii, number 8, Larson Viliamu. A 6'3" senior from Honolulu, number 10, Brad Stewart. A 6'4" sophomore from Los Angeles, California, number 14, Jason Olive. And the captain this evening, a 6'1" junior from Pearl City, Hawaii, number 1, Victor Talamoa. The head coach for the Rainbows is Mike Wilton.
Okay, that'll do it for the lineups. We'll be right back for. And the neighbor islands can call toll-free 1-800-232-6464. We'll record your queries for possible use on the Mike Wilton Show Sunday night at 10 on Hawaii's very own Fox 13.
Tonight's Crystal Light starting lineups for University of California, San Diego. They'll have Ferguson at center. Opposite him, Kremser. He's their big gun. And the outside hitters will have Yap and O'Brien. They'll be passing most of the balls as well. And in the middle, Kerr and Minahan, a converted basketball player. And for the University of Hawaii, Victor Talamoa will start at back right. The center opposite him will be Mark Presho, the big All-American candidate. Middle blocking tonight, Craig Vale, front middle, and Jason Olive, back middle. Outside hitting, Brad Stewart and Larson Viliamu. Your Crystal Light starting lineups.
Rainbows 8 and 9 in MIPSIF, the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation. And they are 16 and 10 overall. UC San Diego 1 and 14 in the conference. They are 2 and 21 overall. And UC San Diego will serve. It will be Travis Ferguson, the setter from Simi Valley, California. And he is a freshman. Jump serve to start it off. Talamoa goes to Presho. That goes off a Yap. They keep it alive. Rainbows now with the advantage. Talamoa, quick set, fails.
Rainbows looking sharp in transition right away, going to the big guy, Vale. And if the Rainbows have an advantage, it's in size. University of California, San Diego, not real big.
Brad Stewart serving just over the net down the line. Ferguson goes to Kremser. And a net violation. That'll be side out for UC San Diego. Officials, Ralph Smith up on the pedestal in this match. And Randy Shaw on the floor. Serving will be O'Brien. Neil O'Brien, he's a freshman from Manhattan Beach, California. Just a floater, little lollipop serve. Talamoa to Viliamu, that's in. Viliamu with a real shotgun blast.
Already we've seen 2 good serves out of the Tritons. Nice little short serve that time by O'Brien, and a jump serve to start things off by Ferguson.
Bale serving. Ferguson getting the ball over. No, he didn't get it over. Yap into the net. Bad hit. That's a point for the Rainbows here in game number 1. The Bows on their home floor, they are very much favored in this match against California, San Diego. Yap goes back. This is Kerr. That's deep. Rainbows now with the advantage. Talamoa short set. Presho, that's in. 2-0 Hawaii, game number 1. Glad you're with us wherever you may be throughout the magnificent Hawaiian Islands. Hope this telecast finds you well tonight on Fox 1-3. Bale into the net. That mid-run stops And Matt Minahan, another freshman at 6'5", from South Pasadena, California, now serving for UC San Diego. Talamoa double hit, kind of a lift, and that will be a point for UC San Diego.
We'll give credit to Minahan for a good serve there, Jim. Forced the bad Hawaii pass, and Talamoa's mishandled ball. Minahan right off the UCSD basketball team.
Kerr went up against Olive and roofed him, rejected him.
Kerr at 6'6", the only really big legitimate middle blocker. Look at him pike over the net, reach down, and gives Olive the old roof job.
And we are tied at 2. Talamoa backs at pressure. Right there is Ferguson, and right there is McLaughlin. Good one-hand hit by McLaughlin from the announce crew. Got the ball back to the center of the court. However, it is side up.
Oh, if we only had that on replay. Pressure with a soft jump serve. Yap with a nice, perfect pass to the spot.
Kremser.
He's their horse. Kremser's the one that hits most of the balls. He plays opposite the setter.
We are tied at 2 in game 1. Kremser now will serve. Steve Kremser, 6'2" junior from Santa Barbara, California. Serves it long, side out Rainbow men. Rainbows, remember, 8 and 9 in the conference. They probably will not go to the playoffs, but they are 16 and 10 on the year, and they are ranked 10th in the country. Big hit by Kerr at 6'6". Rainbows didn't get up that time on defense.
That time, the Tritons had a chance at a good pass. Nice set from Ferguson. Kerr just buried it. Kerr's really fired up right now.
Yap. That's an ace.
Mitchell
ace for Mitchell Yap, a sophomore from Honolulu. He went to Punahou. Didn't even have to change team colors.
He's still wearing the buff and blue. He was a great server in high school, and he's an excellent passer.
Bad hit by Biliamo. Talamoa tried to serve to pressure. Great pancake dig by Kremser. Kerr just over the net, and that's in. Rainbows expected something much more powerful from Kerr, and it is now 4-2 UCSD. And California San Diego comes in here, remember, as the distinctive underdog, a team that has really struggled this year. They are 2 and 21. Brad Stewart answers back. He answers back with a line drive. Side out, Rainbow men.
What a career Brad Stewart's had at the University of Hawaii. The converted basketball player goes up and shows his wares there as a spiker. Jason Olive, meantime, serving into the net there, but over the next 2 nights, I hope we'll be honoring those seniors who've given so much to this UH men's volleyball program.
Tyson Kerr at 6'6". Little lollipop serve. Talamoa, quick hit to Vail. That's in, side out. Hawaii, I have never figured out that little float serve. I mean, that just seems to play into the hands of the other team. And all you're counting on is a mishit. I mean, it just seems to be too easy. Rainbows with a little lollipop of their own. Pressure goes cross court to Stewart. Little touch. Great pancake dig, but not enough on it. Kerr on the floor, got it to the back of his hand, but the ball didn't pop up enough. And it is 3 serving for Talamoa. Victor Talamoa from Pearl City serving for the Rainbow men here in game number 1.
Good versatility by Stewart. Remember, he hit a rocket right before that, so he had the defense sitting back on their heels, then comes up with a change-up dink, got the kill.
Talamoa down the line. O'Brien goes to Ferguson. Back set. Kremser coming in. Flying from the 10-foot line, but the Rainbows are waiting for him. Good double block that time. And let's see. That's a side out for San Diego. I thought the Rainbows played that very well.
Rainbows blocked it just out of bounds.
And we go back to the Rainbow men.
Travis Ferguson, a very competitive player. Young man out of Simi Valley, one of the Fab 50 finds for Coach Rod Wild. First team All-American.
That's something in life to really go through and tell your grandchildren, you know, I was one of the Fab 50 finds at one time when I was young. Side out UCSD. Serving will be O'Brien. O'Brien with that little lollipop. Watch this. Rainbows with the touch. Net violation. Well, maybe, okay, that worked. It worked.
Jim, you know, you keep talking about this lollipop serve over the net. What happens is the Rainbows are then forced to notice Presho's got no approach. He's only got 1-step approach there. He can't take a big run up. So part of the strategy is to have the passers have to move up close to the net to pass the ball. Let's see if they do it. They do it again. They force Presho to move up and take that ball.
Gilgamu, that's off the block. Side out. That usually is the ending that I tend to see for lollipop serves, just that hit and then the side out or the quick point.
Well,
Three serving 5.
Well, there's no doubt, Jim, that the jump serve has been the biggest revolutionary thing in men's college volleyball.
Kremser, good save by Talamoa, gets it back to the middle. Guillermo across, O'Brien, Ferguson, Kerr from the 10-foot line. That goes off of Stewart. That side out for California San Diego.
A little bit of enthusiasm working now on the San Diego side of the net.
And remember, this UCSD, we must point out, no scholarships. None. They play the game because they love to play. Jason Olive. That's a good helicopter shot by Jason Olive. Gets up there, stays up there, and then pounds it home. Here's Mark Prussia. Prussia with that very nice jump serve. That may have been a miss hit by Jason Olive. Scambling now, UCSD. Yap gets it across and in. That was a very tough shot by Yap. He was out of bounds when he hit it. And then it went on a tough angle and then died right before the red line.
Rainbows thought that ball was definitely going out, and it found the court.
If you have one of those high-definition televisions at home, we are playing with the red lines. Nice touch by Prussia. Plum has a lot of lines.
So what if you have a black and white TV, Mr. Leahy? Then what?
Then we're playing with the lines. I don't know. I really don't know. Prussia tried the save after that very quick shot. It floats out of bounds. It is still 5 for San Diego, California San Diego, and it is 3 for the Rainbows of Hawaii. Serving is Yap. Excellent serve. Talamoa goes cross-court for Stewart. That's off the block into the crowd. Side out Hawaii. A player from each team will be honored at the end of tonight's match for going beyond the call. GTE Hawaiian Tel will make a contribution for scholarships to the University of Hawaii, Manoa. Ferguson, that's Kerr. Guillermo in the back to Talamoa to Prescio. That's blocked. Pancake dig by Prescio. Saved by Vale. Guillermo gets it across. Ferguson, back sets. Kremser, that's long. That's a point for the Rainbow men.
You see in the middle of the rally, Pressure reaching out, putting his hand right under the ball there. They call that the pancake dig. That's putting the old spatula underneath the ball.
Ferguson tried that quick dink, but waiting for him was Brad Stewart. We're tied at 5. O'Brien. Prescio with a fine save in the back row. Prescio from the 10-foot line. That goes off of Kremser. Minahan. Ferguson gets it across. Talamoa down the middle. Little touch by Olive. And a miss hit by Kerr. Timeout has been called by Rod Wild of UC San Diego. And we'll be back at Clum right after these very important, well-produced messages. It was a
wrong volleyball breath.
Digger Graybill.
Yes, what a great volleyball name.
That is. Kerr put it into the net. That's another point for the Rainbow men here in game 1. They lead 7-5, and Jason Olive will back up.
Tritons with good strategy there coming out of the timeout. Go right away to Kerr, their big hitter, 6'6" in the middle. If he can't get it over the net, Yap with a good pass. They try to go to Kremser in the back row, and he puts it down. How about that? Here we see Ferguson setting to the back row. Kremser with a good jump, just buries it.
Kerr serving for UC San Diego. Talamoa to Stewart. Good save at the net by Ferguson. He goes to O'Brien. O'Brien able to power that ball through the double block of Vale and Talamoa.
O'Brien, a product of the Miracosta High School program where a lot of great players have gone. Plays on the beach a lot. Got a good cross-court hit there.
And they patty cake at the net. And let's say that they say that's a point for UCSD. Ralph Smith pointed side out Hawaii, then changed and said, no, that's a point, California, San Diego.
There we see the touch of the block by O'Brien. The ball just catching the line. Point, Triton.
And we are tied at 7. Kerr serving for UC San Diego. Talamoa short set. Boy, what a pump. What a pump by Vail after that very short set by Talamoa. Rainbow's getting used to that lollipop serve. So Victor Talamoa from Pearl City just hit the tape. Side out for UCSD. Must be a great night when UCSD plays UCSB. Both buff and blue.
That's right.
Vail again. Vail from Australia. Wearing that knee brace, saying that he will have to have surgery following this season, which means, for all intents and purposes, following tomorrow night's game. Ferguson from his knees. And Kremser there. Kremser thanking Ferguson for that perfect set. Side out UCSD. Serving will be O'Brien. Still in game 1. We are tied at 7. Little slow motion serve that time by O'Brien. Billy Yamu. Is he chewing it? Is he chewing the gum? Oh, yes.
Larson, the local product out of Hawaii Baptist Academy, drills the cross-court angle there. What power he has.
Ferguson goes cross-court Yap, and Yap is Root. Prussia along with Jason Olive, and the Rainbow Men now lead 8-7 here in game number 1. I'll tell you one thing about Clum, now that we're getting into the hot days of pre-summer, they have really done wonders with the air conditioning in here. I mean, the sauna-like conditions are almost perfect. Vail from the back row. Hawaii scrambles. Billy Amo, that's long. Side out. UC San Diego. UC San Diego located in La Jolla, California, which is just about north of the city of San Diego. Rainbows didn't hit that at all. It still got over the net. Almost a train ball. That's a point for UCSD as they scramble, and we are tied at 8.
Very alert play that time by Tyson Kerr, their big 6'6" middle blocker. He's only a sophomore. This team very young, Jim.
Minahan serving. Talamoa setting. Biliamo, that'll be returned. Ferguson, bad hit into the net. Bad pass, too, by Minahan.
This team starts a junior, 3 freshmen, and 2 sophomores. No seniors on the squad at all, as we take a look at Mike Wilton, who in my opinion has had a very successful year this year.
Pressure with the jump serve. O'Brien is there. Back set by Ferguson. Kremser saved by Stewart. O'Brien. Ferguson. Back set again. Kremser. Back row again. Stewart. Ferguson. And that ball is blocked and roofed by Jason Olive. That's a point for the Bows.
Excellent rally this time here. The play ends with Olive reaching out with his left hand and putting the ball down. Great rally by both sides. Good digging.
What a jump serve by Precho. And that time, going wide was Yap. Yap tried the same tough angle he had. And now they say went off the block. He succeeded again. And so Kremser now will serve for California San Diego. And this, remember, a team that has been able to win only 2 games all season long. They're playing the Rainbow Men tough. Billy Amu.
What happened that time is San Diego got mixed up in their blocking assignments, and somebody forgot to go out to the left. And you see Tyson Kerr going to the right instead. He should have gone left, and the Bows have a field day.
9-8. Rainbow Kremser from the 10-foot line. That's wide. That's a point for the Bows. It is 10-8. Here in game number 1. The program starting to fan the crowd here. Biliamo serving. Yap to Ferguson. Kerr, that will be into the crowd off of Biliamo. So that's side out for UC San Diego. Serving now is Mitchell Yap. Playing in his hometown of Honolulu, Hawaii. Serving, Biliano bumps it to Talamoa. Stewart.
Jim, what happened there was a result of Rod Wild's keys to the game not working. He told his players to serve tough. That was not a tough serve. Hawaii had an easy pass and an easy play.
Ferguson short set for Kerr, and that goes off of Jason Olive.
Kerr averages, Jim, about 3 kills a game. He's got 8 already here in game number 1. That's a career for him.
You know, he likes to play in sauna-like conditions. It's that simple.
Remember, this is a team with no scholarships versus Hawaii's 4.5.
That's almost a team with no scholarships, the way things are in men's volleyball.
They've got a part-time coach versus a full-time coach.
Bale mishit that. That's long. That's a point for UC San Diego. It is now 9 serving 10 here in game number 1. Her serving. Stewart. Alamoa back to Stewart.
Brad Stewart with an excellent pass. He had to go way back. See how far back he is in the court. He comes all the way from about the 20-foot line, gets all the way up to the net. Skies goes under the net, but it was after the ball had already hit the ground.
20-foot line? Is there a 20-foot line, Chris?
I just made one up. That's about how far back he was.
I think maybe there's there could be a 23-foot line, but that's in black. Yeah. Talamoa just over the tape. Ferguson to Kremser from the 10-foot line. That will be returned. Stewart gets it across. Advantage now. UC San Diego. Rainbow pitted. Advantage again for the team in blue. Kerr, back row. Good save by Viliamu. Talamoa goes cross court. Stewart, little touch. That's it. No, pancake dig. Pancake dig keeps it alive. Yap gets it across. An amazing play. Pressure. That's returned by Yap. And Vale puts it into the net. What a rally. That ball was in, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the spatula saved it for UCSD.
It sure did. Here we see it right here. I thought it hit the ground, and it might have hit the ground there as we saw in the replay, but play kept going. Yap got 2 great digs to spark the Tritons, and here they are at 9-10.
Jump serve by Ferguson. Olive from the 10-foot line off the tape and in. Side out. 10-9, Rainbow men. UC San Diego, the decided underdogs here. They've really given Hawaii quite a game. Serving, and the back row now is Stewart. Yak bumps it to Ferguson. Ferguson goes to Kremser. That goes off of Vale. And that will be side out for UCSD. So O'Brien, watch this slow motion serve by O'Brien. This just makes it. Alamoa to Presho hammers it home. Side out Rainbow men. Sunday night, remember, we'll have another edition of the Mike Wilton Show. We'll talk about men's volleyball. Talk about this team probably for next year. Minahan. Not aesthetically pleasing, but no doubt just as effective.
Rod Wild calls him the most improved player on the team since he just joined the team following basketball season, where he was a power forward for the Tritons.
Bad set that time by Talamoa, floats over Presho, and we are tied at 10. That's a mistake by the Rainbow.
Oh, how the Tritons would love to upset the Bows. Rod Wild said before the season started they knew they wouldn't win a lot of games, but they wanted at least 2 wins over Division I opponents. They got 1 against Irvine last week. They'd love another one against Hawaii.
Ferguson back set Kremser. That'll be returned by the Rainbow men. Talamoa goes to Viliamu. That's off the block into the crowd. Side out for the Rainbows, and Presho now will serve. We'll see his patented jump serve here, I believe. This could be the best jump serve in the country. One of the best. That will be returned, however. And Yap gets it through the block of Talamoa. And also there was Olive.
Mitchell Yap picking up his 3rd kill there. Converted middle blocker from high school to playing outside in college.
Olive keeps it alive. Talamoa setting Viliamu. Viliamu, that's in. Got that ball down in front of Kremser. Still tied at 10. And Larson Viliamu now will serve for Hawaii.
And he's having himself a night, Jim. 7 kills, only 1 error. He's hitting .667 so far.
They battle at the net. Rainbow men keep it alive. Ferguson hammers it, but wide. That's a point for Hawaii, 11-10 here in game number 1.
Ill-advised spike that time by Ferguson. A little bit off the net, but setters love to do that. If they get a chance to spike at all, they go for it.
Kremser, bad hit by Kremser. Advantage now to Hawaii. Olive. That's off the block and out. That's a point. It is 12-10. Rod Wild off the bench looking to possibly call a timeout. And he will. Timeout for UC San Diego. 12 for Hawaii, 10 for UCSD. We shall return to Klum.
Many plays for the Wahine team. And who I think has done a marvelous job in reconstructing this Bow team and took them to new heights in the preseason. And early on, they started off well and then ran into some tough road trips, Jim.
Sauna is so intense tonight, I expect to see members of the Roman Senate come in here at any time. Ferguson backsets Yap. Oh, excellent hit. You know, he has really hit the ball very well. And I'm not just saying that because his possible high school coach is sitting next to me, but he has really hit the ball well for California San Diego here in this first game of this match. 12-10, Rainbows, 2 hits. That's a carry. And that's a point for UC San Diego.
How about UCSD hanging around here with this Bow team? They really got to give them credit.
Yep, serving for UC San Diego. Talamoa serving Stewart. Shot out. San Diego team froze. They just watched it. Jason Olive now will serve for the Rainbow Men. Yap to Ferguson. And that is a bad set by Ferguson. He admittedly says, hey, it was my fault. O'Brien just couldn't get anything on it. 13-11. Olive serving again. Kremser. That's off of Stewart and into the crowd. That will be side out for San Diego. Into the game for San Diego, number 11, Nate Freested, a freshman, 6'2", from Lake Oswego, Oregon. Freested, another freshman, and he will serve. Jump serve. Iliamu, Talamoa, this is Stewart. That's off the block. Great save by Freested. They battle at the net. O'Brien cannot get it over, and it hits the floor. Side out, Hawaii.
You see the replay. Freested making a great diving save to keep that rally alive. Ball stays in, and Bows finally finish the point.
Talamoa serving. And O'Brien. O'Brien hit that one to deep space 9.
I asked Rod Wild about him before the game. He said he's fearless. He's played against all the great beach players. He graduated with a bunch of hotshot Division I volleyball players. He'll play against anybody and never gets intimidated at all.
Ferguson trying the jump serve, puts it into the net. 13 for Hawaii, 11 for UC San Diego. Serving for the Rainbows is Stewart. Down the line, Yap bumps it to Ferguson. Kremser off the block and out. Side out, California San Diego.
Kremser again averaging about 3 kills a game. Comes up with his 8th here in game 1. He's got 2 games worth already, almost 3.
Slapping serve by O'Brien. And they scramble, can't get it. That was a real fortunate happening for Hawaii. Bad set by Talamoa. Viliamo couldn't do anything with it. Did get it over and put it in a spot where San Diego had a difficult time in trying to handle it. Dale serving. And there was Jason Olive, and it will be aloha ball for game 1.
Excellent serve that time by Vale, forced Yap into an overpass. Olive converted. Game ball, Hawaii.
Vale down the line. Yap. Ferguson will go back to Yap. Rainbow block is up. Kremser back to Ferguson. Back to Kremser. Little touch. Rainbow men now with the advantage. Could this be game 1? No. Stewart puts it into the net. Side out. UC San Diego. Kerr comes back in for Freested. And also into the game, number 1, Taylor Smith. 5'11" setter from Pasadena, California. He comes in for Minahan. So Smith will now serve. That front line is Kerr, Yap, and Kremser. for UC San Diego. Smith serving, good serve. Talamoa sets, Prusho gets that ball down in front of O'Brien. So Aloha ball again in game one for the Rainbow Men. They lead 14-11. Prusho will serve. Jump serve. Smith is there, but a bad hit by Ferguson. And that's the end of game one. Rainbows win at 15-11. We'll be back for game number 2 in this match in the sauna-like confines of Clum Gym right after this. All the pogs that you can shove in your shirt in 30 seconds. And there are a lot of pogs. That was the youngest contestant. He was 16 months. His father helped him. And there were some kids that came out of the stands who weren't supposed to be in that contest, and they did very well too.
Here we see the statistics from game number 1. Hawaii hitting 500 to UCSD's 327, the most significant statistic. But how about UCSD? They normally hit 113, so they tripled their batting average in one game and really hung in there with the Bows. 11 digs to 15. The Bows again showing their size, 3 blocks to 1. Rainbow's much bigger than the UCSD team, but a game well played by both sides. And in game 2, let's see if San Diego can hang in there again.
Victor Talamoa, there's one of the great haircuts of all time on Brad Schmidt, who has come into the game. We'll explain that as Kremser gets the side out, puts it right by Brad Schmidt. That's his famous, he's calling it his famous eggshell haircut. He says, you know, when you look at cartoons and you see the little birds or the little ducks, they're just born and they come out of the shell and they have the shell on top of their head. He says, that's the kind of effect that I wanted to have. So that's his famous eggshell haircut.
I wonder if he got it done on Easter Sunday.
I have no idea.
Part of some egg hunt.
Minahan gets the side out for UCSD. Minahan serving here in game 2. Rainbows winning the first game, 15-11. Biliamu. Oh, the block was there. Kerr went up along with Yap.
Well, UCSD getting on the board quickly again here in game 2, ahead 1-0.
Talamoa's short set. Again, the block was there, but this time the ball went out. Side out for the Rainbow Men. Serving will be Vea. Ferguson goes to the back row. O'Brien gets it over. Advantage now. Hawaii. Talamoa to Prusho.
Oh my, what a rocket off Prusho's right arm. Right down the line. It's what they call a red set. It's a fast set right out to the antenna. Middle blocker goes up. Outside blocker gap cannot get up in time. Prusho killed it.
Kremser, and the block by Brad Schmidt was there. Famous eggshell haircut. May start a trend. Dale will serve. I admire anyone who can do that. Ferguson goes cross court to Yap, but he too.
Not a bad idea when you're mismatched 6 feet to 6'6", as pressure was in the block there. Aim high hands and hope you get a fingertip.
That time Dale put it into the net. He's had some trouble with that tonight. Your car is your star player. To help keep it performing its best, try high-quality Chevron gasolines with Techroline. Chevron, simply smarter. Jump serve, Kremser. That hit the tape. We'll go back to the other way to the Rainbow Men. Rainbow's up 1-0 in this match against UC San Diego. Serving Mark Prusho. That jump serve. That will come over by us. And that's a point. 4-1 Hawaii. And Prusho will again jump serve. Try to put the pressure now on UC San Diego. Another great jump serve. That will be returned. Talamoa short set. Brad Schmidt.
Bow starting to pick up some steam now, Jim, on the power of Mark Prusho's right arm. Remember earlier this year he set the single game record for the Bows, I believe, or single match record. believe he had 8 service aces in the match. Certainly it is one of the best, if not the best, collegiate jump serve in the country.
Yap will now serve for UC San Diego. 1 serving 5 here in game number 2. The Rainbows off to a very fast start in game 2. Biliamo, Talamoa backs at Presho down the middle, and Presho gets the side back. Presho really beginning to have his Whoompa shot working tonight.
You get the feeling that he wants to put a big fat exclamation point on his career. Here he hits out of the back middle position. He hits all 6 positions, by the way. He's that versatile.
O'Brien, and O'Brien hits that right at Stewart, and Stewart could do nothing but get his hands up. And it will be side out for UC San Diego. Serving will be Kerr. Tyson Kerr, 6'6". He's out of San Diego, California. 1 serving 5 here in game 2. Stewart bumps it to Talamoa, back to Stewart. Block was there, but the block went out.
Actually, I think that ball caught the line, Jim.
Oh, it did. All right.
San Diego.
Two serving 5. Kerr again serving. Talamoa backs at Presho from the 10-foot line. He was flying from that 10-foot line.
What made it easier is that Talamoa made a beautiful backset, faked out the block. Both blockers go up for the middle hitter right here. They both go up, and look at Presho's out there all by himself. That's a big no-no in college volleyball. Never leave the most powerful hitter on the other team with no blockers up. You've got to at least protect your back row, if nothing else.
Brad Schmidt serving, and that floats long.
What a great addition Brad Schmidt's been to this team, Jim, from Long Beach City College. And unfortunately, he's going to be going back to the mainland next year, even though he has another year of eligibility. No major that fits his interests here at the University of Hawaii. So he's going to go back and resume studies on the mainland. That'll be a big loss for the Bows.
I would suggest poultry or animal husbandry or something like that. There's got to be something. Agricultural Extension Service. Kremser. That's off the block and out. And that side out for UC San Diego. 2 serving 5 here in game number 2.
Is that where one of the requirements would be having an eggshell due to get into class?
Well, probably. I mean, it shows his interest, definitely. Want to keep him here. So Brad Stewart will now serve. You know, that's interesting, though, because when you talk about volleyball, they can do that. Because most of these players, they are playing really to get an education. And if the major isn't there, they can go.
That's right.
That's a point for the Bows. Mark Presho. He's becoming dominant here in game number 2. Stewart served an ace. 7-2 Hawaii in game 2. Timeout call by UC San Diego, and we'll call 1-2. 11. Brad Stewart serving from far away. Excellent serve. O'Brien to Ferguson. The touch at the net, and Minahan able to get it down in front of the Rainbow defense. So side out for UC San Diego. Matt Minahan, 6'5" freshman serving. Not enough. Side out Hawaii. And Craig Bale from Sydney, Australia will serve. Team captain, and relishes the role. Says it is an honor to be the captain of this team. Kerr slaps it over and hits the tape. That throws the Rainbow defense off. It gets in. And that'll be side out for UCSD. We take another look.
Kerr at 6'6", picks up his 9th kill of the night. Gets a little favorable tape action there as Bale comes up short.
Kremser. See what he will do here with his serve. Liliana move to Talamoa and Brad Schmidt. Humpty Dumpty's it over the net.
Humpty Dumpty. Well, you never stop. It's the little chicky-doo haircut, eggshell, Humpty Dumpty.
Good serve by a good save by Biliamo. Presho. Kremser saves. Ferguson back to the middle. O'Brien gets it over. Advantage now Hawaii. Talamoa Viliamo with the touch, and Larson able to get it to the floor.
That time Rod Wild up off the bench, he says when there's one blocker up, middle blocker's got to go get that ball. Kerr late going for that ball in the middle of the court. Viliamo might, meantime, smart play to hit for that open spot.
Serving is Presho, 8, serving 2 here in game 2.
See Hawaii's brain trust there. Adam Lockwood, former UH All-American, and Mike Wilton putting their heads together to form a dynamic duo this year. They've had a good year.
Presho jump serve. Kremser to Ferguson, goes cross court. Yap, and Yap is rejected. Or he's not, excuse me. That will be side out for UCSD.
Off the block and out of bounds.
Yap has played well. Schmidt to Presho. That will be returned. Ferguson short set. That time for Kerr, but he puts it into the cords. Side out for Hawaii, and Viliamo will serve for the Rainbow. They lead 8-2 here in game 2. Able to win game 1, 15-11. Bad pass. Ferguson trying to ad-lib. O'Brien gets it over. Advantage now, Rainbow men. Stewart. That's a point. It is 9-2, Rainbow men. Larson Viliamo will serve. Into the game, Taylor Smith, number 1. He appeared briefly in game 1. He is back here in game 2. Viliamo will serve for the Rainbows. Smith, bad hit, goes into the crowd, and that's a point. It is now 10-2. How difficult is it to come off the bench? All of a sudden you're presented with the serve, and then you have to come up with the hit.
It's very difficult, Jim. As a coach, I always will signal to my server, serve the sub, and certainly that time the Rainbow staff did the same thing. They picked on Taylor Smith right away, and he shanked the ball in the stands. They know how tough it is to come in and pass or do anything well right away. You need a couple points to get into the game, and I'm sure that both Wilton and Lockwood had signaled that to their server.
Kremser able to get the side back for UC San Diego. Kerr will serve for the Triton just over the net. Viliamo punching the ball over as Stewart. Kremser, block went off of Brad Schmidt.
San Diego refusing to go away here. Nice little jump set by Ferguson, gets it back to Kremser. Kremser having a good night, 12 kills already, 25 attempts. He's hitting .325.
Presho ends all doubts. Wumpa. That's a Wumpa shot. Here's the Wum part, and there's the Pa part. 10 serving 3, but that time Brad Schmidt serves it long. Ferguson will serve. The more conservative of the people here, no doubt, are wondering, what the kind of haircut is that on Brad Schmidt? Did he fall asleep at the barber? I mean, what is that? But we know, and we're passing it along. The crowd here at Clum, however, rather perplexed by the haircut of Brad Schmidt.
I just hope he's taping it. He's getting so much airtime out of you tonight. This is like the Brad Schmidt show.
That is a point for the Bows. Good block that time. Presho was up on the block. 11-3. Talamoa now will serve for Hawaii. Victor gets it over. Kremser. Good dig that time by Schmidt. Ferguson back sets. And Kremser able to get it down. That will be side out for UC San Diego. Player from each team will be honored at the end of tonight's match for going beyond the call. GT Hawaiian Tel will make a contribution for scholarships to the University of Hawaii. Talamoa, quick set. That time to Craig Bale. He's able to get it down in front of Minahan. So the Rainbow men will serve Brad Stewart. As you look at Mike Wilton, the coach of Hawaii. Into the game for the Spartans comes Matt Brigham, 6'4" junior from Lake Forest, California. Brigham will now serve for UC San Diego. Stewart bumps it to Talamoa. Viliamu. Side out, Rainbow.
Well, Larson making the most of his starting role tonight, his 10th kill. In 13 attempts, he's hitting .615. Larson on fire tonight.
Craig Bale serving. Smith to Ferguson, quick set, but the Rainbows will return that bad pass. Bad pass. Now that's side out for UC San Diego.
I think somehow Brad Stewart must have thought that Victor Talamoa was Carl Lewis because he shot that ball right to the net. Talamoa had no chance to get there in time. That's a better pass from Stewart.
And a miss hit by Brad Schmidt. So that's a point for UC San Diego. It is now 4 serving 11. Kremser, who has been a fourth for UC San Diego, serving. Viliamu to Talamoa. Presho.
Well, even with just a standing jump, Mark Presho at 6'6" is an imposing force up front. Powerful right arm. If he puts his mind to it, he could, I think, play with the national team someday. Look at that jump serve. That might be worth it to have a guy like that on the national team, just who can hit the ball that hard with that much force, pick up an ace or two per game. Here's we see perfect form. He tosses the ball into the court, jumps from the 30-foot line, which is the end of the court, and hits it as if it's a spike. Here he does it again. Very difficult to pass that ball, Jim, I'm telling you.
Well, he really has it going. He has been the force here in game 2. Rod Wild of UC San Diego calls a timeout. 13 for Hawaii, 4 for UC San Diego. Another jump serve. It is 14-4.
Presho with his 5th service ace of the night. He's well on his way to breaking his own record of 8.
Well, Aloha Ball game 2 jump serve. That is hit badly. It is out. That's a point. The Rainbows win game 2. And Mark Presho has been overwhelming in game 2. Two games tonight, 15-11, 15-4. We begin game 3. Good save by Yap. At least he got his hand on it. But the ball went into the crowd. Side out, Hawaii. Into the game for Hawaii is Sean Scott. He is serving for the first time. And Minahan able to get the side back for UC San Diego. University of Hawaii men's volleyball camps in 1993. They will have 2 camps, one from June 30th to July 3rd, the other from July 21st to the 24th. Good block there.
In terms of that time, starts out with a roof on Masui Allen. Masui back in the game. Been giving up some playing time to some seniors tonight. Oh, nice play by, oh, what a play by Viliamu that time. Very difficult roll shot there. Boy, it's Viliamu's night. That's his 11th kill with only 2 errors. He's hitting .643. Watch what he has to do. The play off the net by Talamoa. Good save. And Viliamu just snaps his wrist cross court and gets the kill.
Tough angle. Yap. That went off of Brad Schmidt. But out. 1-0. UC San Diego. We're talking about the men's volleyball camps. And the number is 956-4505, 956-4505 for more information.
That time,
that's a double hit.
I wonder if that's the eggshell set, possibly. Looked like it cracked off his hands there.
With that haircut, though, he could certainly play exciting basketball or a volleyball, even basketball.
And when he played it, he could even be ecstatic.
Oh, no. Here we go. Oh, bad pass, and Kremser was there. And Kremser's eyes got as big as saucers when he hit that, because he knew he was presented a gift. I mean, that was a magi shot. Kerr roofs. Can't roof a cover boy like that. Jason Olive stares back through the netting.
A lot of publicity on Olive this week about his off-the-court modeling career.
Masui Allen, we were wondering whether or when Masui Allen was going to play tonight. He has finally made himself known. 5-0 UCSD here in game 3. Viliamo serving. O'Brien. Ferguson gets it to Yap. That's blocked. Minahan is there. Ferguson goes back to Yap. That's long. That's a point for the Bows. First point here in game number 3. Rainbows winning the first game 15-11, the second game 15-4. Prussia, the big force in that second game. Just over the tape. Excellent serve by Viliamo. Kremser able to solve the block that time between Olive and Masui Allen, and Kremser now will serve for the Triton.
How about Kremser's major at UCSD? Biochemistry and cell biology.
Masui Allen.
Masui starting to get warmed up now. Look at that. Ball hits the ground before he even comes down, showing his jumping ability.
Ferguson setting from his knees for Kremser. Kremser pumps it wide. That's a point for the Rainbow Men. It is now 2 serving 5 here in game number 3. Masui Allen serving again. That went off of O'Brien. Kremser saving, and Yap gets it over. Advantage now, Hawaii. Talamoa goes cross court. Sean, that time, Sean Scott, and 4 hits by UCSD. That's a point for Hawaii. 3 serving 5.
Saw a quick shot of Rod Wild there, the fiery redhead, former Olympic player, national team player for the United States. Will be rejoining the national team next month in San Diego. Will be dropping his job with the San Diego Tritons and be playing with will be coaching with the national team.
That's into the net by Viliamo. Side out for UCSD, and serving now will be Yap. 5 serving 3 here in game 3. UCSD down 2-0 in this match. Jason Olive off of the short set by Talamoa.
Victor Talamoa has really improved as a setter. He's delivering the ball better to his hitters. Good set distribution.
That's a point for the Bows. That was a perfect serve. I mean, it was just a micrometer over the tape. Another one by Jason Olive. Kremser, that's blocked but out. Both Scott and Schmidt were up on the block, but it went off their hands. Side out, 5 serving 4. Kerr, Tyson Kerr now serving for UC San Diego. Talamoa, Scott, that's blocked, saved by Schmidt. Scott, and Masui Allen gets it over. Ferguson, quick set, and that ball is in. Point for UCSD, and it is 6-4. Triton.
Nice set from Ferguson. See him falling back onto his Okoli there. And a quick hit by Minahan.
Scott.
Looks like Sean Scott wants to finish up the season the way he started. Remember how he started against USC in that major upset at the beginning of the year? He had an almost flawless first night. Lost his starting spot in midseason and now is coming on strong again. Mike Wilton looks for big things from him in the offseason.
Somebody told Talamoa joked right before he served that. He was laughing and put it in the net. Ferguson with his jump serve. Schmidt is there, goes to Villamo with a little poke. Ferguson, Kremser, and Smith hits it long. Taylor Smith.
Taylor Smith actually the backup setter. He's only 5'11". He's been put into the game as an outside hitter for O'Brien, giving O'Brien a rest for now.
Sean Scott serving. Kremser to Ferguson. Smith. Nowhere to go for Smith. They were waiting for him. Excellent, excellent play that time by Brad Schmidt.
And Masui Allen.
Masui Allen also there. See, that time, Sean Scott had trouble with the jump serve because he threw it up wrong, and his body had to contort around it trying to get something on it. It was funny. It was funny.
Even Sean Scott laughed.
And Masui Allen almost puts it up in the paint peels. They come back to him. He's able to get it off the tape. Ferguson is their advantage. Bad hit. And another save, but nope, that goes out. Saved by Smith. I'll tell you, for a big guy, Brad Schmidt is very quick, and he's proving it here in game number 3. Into the game comes Matt Johnson from Eva Beach. Johnson has another variation on a haircut, but on Johnson, he must have been sleeping when they gave him this cut. Either that or the Marine Corps Reserve just has a bad barber. Kremser again. Look at that haircut.
Jim, you notice that Wilton refuses to have both Johnson and Schmidt on the court at the same time. They have to substitute for each other.
But he does have the cover boy. He has Jason Olive. Villamo with a poke. Good save by Minahan. Kremser. Point for UCSD. See? I knew I was going to say that. 7-5 for the team in the blue and buff. Mike Wilton, a very pensive look, but Mike Wilton is always pensive.
Behind that, there's a wild and crazy guy, Jim.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
He was saying how difficult it is for him, as you look at Rod Wild, how difficult it is for him to live in Honolulu, the metropolitan, the city, the bustle. Sometimes it gets to him. Side out Hawaii. See that Masui Allen landed on his side of the net. Then the ball landed. Then the momentum carried him over the line. 5 serving 7.
Once again, as soon as that ball touches the ground on the other side of the court, the play is dead. You can go under the net. You can fall into the net. It will not matter.
Kremser into the net. That's a point for the Rainbow Men. 6 serving 7 here in game number 3.
Kremser being called upon to do so much work. He's hit 36 balls already. That's twice as many as any other Triton. It's no wonder he called for a towel then to wipe up the floor. It's probably to catch his breath.
Villamo serving a floater. Smith is there. Ferguson goes cross court. Yap. But Tullamore blocks him, and we are tied at 7. O'Brien getting ready to come back into the game. He will come in for Taylor Smith. So O'Brien from Manhattan Beach comes in for Taylor Smith. He's from Pasadena. Villamo serving down the line. Yap to Ferguson. Kremser. That's long. That's a point for the Rainbow Men, and for the first time here in game number 3, they take the lead, 8-7. They were behind 5-0 here in game number 3. Larson Villamo serving, serves it down the middle. O'Brien bumps it to Ferguson. Kremser. There is Villamo. Alamoa goes back to Villamo, and he almost knocks over Minahan. Timeout has been called by Rod Wild. The Rainbows lead by 2. Went in 4 on Thursday. Mr. McLaughlin, however, on Thursday was in Augusta, Georgia at the Masters, caddying for Scott Simpson. That must have been quite an experience.
That it was.
Villamo with a great save. Scott gets it over, saved by O'Brien. Miss hit by Kerr, saved by Biliamu. Touched that time by Olive. Now UCSD, Crancer, and he is blocked by Jason Olive and Masui Allen. It's 10-7. Rainbow's closing in on the sweep now. Tom Black, 6'4" sophomore from Reseda, California, comes into the game. Number 12, and goes into that first row. Biliamu just over the net. Yap with a good save. They go back to him, and Yap off the block and in. Side out, UCSD.
Mitchell passing most of the balls on the court tonight. Picks up his 7th kill. Has had a solid, steady game. Had a little trouble at the net, though, with the Bows offense. That's why Rod Wild pulled him aside the last time out and told a little bit about their blocking configurations.
Scrambled now by California San Diego. And that's side out for the Rainbow men.
You see the ball sent close to the net, and Mitchell Yap does not get a good run at it. He gets blocked by Olive once again.
Served by Masui Allen. Kerr off of Biliamu. Great save by Masui Allen. Scott gets it over. Ferguson goes to Yap. Stewart gets his hands on it, but the ball erupts into the crowd. Boy, I mean, that was Baryshnikov-like. Look at that leap by Masui Allen.
He is an acrobat and a great athlete.
Scott, that's blocked, saved by Biliamu. They go the other way. Jason Olive, brilliant at the net that time by the Rainbow men.
Good coverage on the block that time. An excellent back set from Talamoa. There's the coverage by Biliamu. Back set from Talamoa. And Olive, oh, what potential he's got. High arm swing. He could be another national team member if he put his mind to it, but maybe modeling will be his career. Who knows?
Jason Olive serves down the line. Ferguson will go to O'Brien, and he's able to get that ball off of Biliamu. It remains 10 for Hawaii, 7 for UCSD. Rainbows winning the first 2 games of this match, 15-11, 15-4, and serving now for UCSD is Tyson Kerr. High floater. Masui Allen to Talamoa. Brad Schmidt. That will be returned. O'Brien into the net. O'Brien again. Nobody to help out. Tom Black got in there late. Side out Hawaii.
Victor Talamoa and Schmidt that time formed a very solid block. O'Brien really had nowhere to go.
Talamoa serving. Yap gets it to Ferguson at the net. Swatting at it is Minahan. That will be returned. Biliamu to Scott. That's out. Side out for San Diego. UC San Diego.
San Diego not giving up, down 7-10, only down 3 points here in game 3.
Black. Tom Black able to take advantage of the Rainbow miscue. That's a point for UC San Diego. Serving for UC San Diego is Ferguson. Travis Ferguson, 6-foot setter from Simi Valley, California. Talamoa down the middle. Jason Olive miss hits. And it's 9 serving 10. Ferguson again serving. Talamoa will go to Scott. That's off the block. Side out Hawaii. Tomorrow we'll be on the air with the second of these 2 matches between Hawaii and UC San Diego. But we will be live and we'll be on the air at 6 tomorrow evening. Black, long. Point for the Rainbow men. It is 11-9 here in game 3. Rainbow's looking for the sweep. 15-11 in game 1, 15-4 in game 2. Jump serve, Scott. Yap with a fine save. O'Brien will get it over, and it's side out for San Diego.
Sean Scott that time serving a bullet jump serve that just dove against his former teammate, Mitchell Yap.
Another thought came crashing into my rapidly deteriorating mind. What happens when UC San Diego plays Fullerton, the Tritons against the Titans? That is a point for UC San Diego. It is 10 serving 11. O'Brien serving for UCSD just over the net. Miss hit. Rainbow's trying to scramble. They go to Masui Allen. Back row O'Brien. Ferguson all the way across the Yap. He's blocked by Viliamo. Side out Hawaii.
A lot of time Ferguson put up a good set from the outside, but Mitchell Yap had 3 blockers up there. Look at that, 6 hands across. Give the Bows credit for a good block.
Brad Schmidt serving. Ferguson will go to Yap. The block is there. Yap with the touch. It is touched by Viliamo, but into the crowd. Side out, UC San Diego.
Mitchell Yap picks up his 10th kill of the night. Here's area 1 signal by Rod Wild. That should be the server's box. It is. They go for Sean Scott.
Viliamo. Hold on now. Here comes the shockwave.
And you can almost feel it on the replay. Look at that. The floor shudders, shivers. Larson Viliamo with the bomb.
Oh, fine hit by Black. Tom Black, who has just appeared in this match here in game number 3, gets the side back for UC San Diego.
And I think Rod Wild's trying to play every player. Remember, Jim, they had to go out and fundraise for this trip. Had to raise $12,000, mopping gym floors and all sorts of other activities. So I think he wants each player to get to partake in this event.
In fact, what you're saying is they had to pay their own way over, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
They were security at rock concert. It's not an easy job. 11 serving 10, Masui Allen. Here in game number 3. Black is blocked by Scott and Talamore. That's a point for the Rainbow men. 12 serving 10. Hawaii starting to close in now on this straight game match.
Hawaii with 14 blocks now, Jim. They're really taking over the net. Their size really showing through here.
And that will be a double hit.
Actually, what happened there, I think that Tyson Kerr interfered with the Victor Talamoa's opportunity to set. And instead, I see what Ralph Smith is calling 2 hits. You're right, on Victor Talamoa. Side out San Diego.
So Yap serving for UC San Diego. Ball goes into the net, and everybody on a controversial call says, hey, the ball doesn't lie. Olive serving now for the Rainbow men. That's off the tape, and that will be side out for UC San Diego.
Jason Olive, he with the academic scholar 3.6 GPA. Not a smart serve into the net that time.
Scott, that's off the block and out. Side out Rainbow men. Victor Talamoa serving for the Rainbow men. Minahan off that short set by Ferguson. Side out for California San Diego.
Good save at the net this time. Ball's going into the net. Ferguson saves it from going in there and gives up a nice set to Minahan.
Talamoa, there he is. There he is, Brad Schmidt. See, with a haircut like that, you have to play well. The social ridicule is very difficult to live with. John Scott, good save by O'Brien. Black off the block. Side out, UC San Diego. It is still 12-10 Hawaii. Coach Rod Wild, we remember him as when he was coaching at Pepperdine.
Also played at Pepperdine.
Yes.
And believe it or not, one of his more infamous stories is that he was a setter of the U.S. Olympic team in 1984, ready to go to Los Angeles, and broke his leg a month before the 84 games and lost his spot to the famous Chris Marlowe. that launched Marlowe's television career as the voice of volleyball.
See, it could be the haircut.
You think so? He just nodded. He thinks so too. You're right.
10 serving 12. Minuteman just over the net. And that's a stay right. I mean, that's all you could call it. That was a swing and a miss by Jason Olive. It is now 11 serving 12. If the Rainbows continue to, let me put it diplomatically, lollygag here, they could lose this game. Oh, what a shot that time by Masui Allen. Masui Allen with the rotor blades that time up above the net, looked for the open spot on the floor, took something off, and it was a perfect hit.
There it was, and anytime you're one-on-one hitter versus one blocker, it really favors the hitter.
Nelson Villamo down the line, Yap to Ferguson, back to Yap off the block. Well, Yap really crushed that ball and went off the head of Victor Talamoa.
Mitchell Yap, when he was in high school and played for me, was mostly a middle blocker. Here we see him going to the outside, falling to the ground, but hey, he's got 11 kills and has passed half the court all night long.
12 serving 11, Villamo with the touch, Villamo with the save. Talamoa goes cross court, Masui Allen. Kerr tried to save it, got it into the net. Yap couldn't pick it up from there. Very tough play, and it's tied out for Hawaii.
Well, you never know. This team was 2-22. I asked Rod Wild what he liked about the team. He said he loves their cohesiveness. They're always positive. They work hard, and he never has to worry about their grades.
Tough school. I mean, it is a school with a fine academic reputation. University of California, San Diego. Ferguson goes back to Yap. He gets the ball off of Masui Allen. Side out, UCSD. So 11 serving 12 here in game number 3. Rainbows able to win the first two, 15-11, 15-4.
Approach, guys. Approach.
Yap serving. Talamoa to Jason Olive, blocked that time by O'Brien. Olive gets it across. Yap to O'Brien. That's blocked by Jason Olive.
Bit of controversy here, Jim. Rod Wild up off the bench. San Diego believing that there was 2 hits by Jason Olive when he lifted the ball. You see Rod Wild saying, didn't he mishandle it? Come on, Ralph, give me a break. We both used to set together. Ralph Smith used to play the national team as well, right before the Rod Wild era.
Great save by the Rainbow men. Villamo gets it over. Black to Ferguson, cross court. O'Brien. Great save by Villamo. It goes over the net. Brad Schmidt hits it. They scramble for San Diego. O'Brien gets it over and in.
Oh, the crowd in Clum applauds the play by both sides. Teams scrambling. Here we see the shot in the middle of the rally. Larson Villamo with a nice pop-up. Here's another one where all players scrambling on the floor. Here we see O'Brien putting it down between 2 bows, and San Diego wins an emotional rally.
It remains 12 for Hawaii, 11 for UC San Diego. Serving for UC San Diego is Kerr. Scott off of Black and into the crowd. Got out Hawaii. Rainbow's looking for that breakthrough now to take this match. Talamoa, there's O'Brien. Ferguson will go back to him. And that's blocked by Brad Schmidt. Very creative haircut. I mean, they had to think about that. 13-11 Rainbows. We shall return to Clum. Talamoa. Ferguson, quickly to Minahan. So no doubt, San Diego planned that, and it worked to perfection. Side out for UC San Diego. They do not want to be swept. It's as simple as that. It becomes a matter of pride. They entered this game as the decided underdogs. They hung around in game 1. They lost at 15-11. They were overwhelmed in game 2, 15-4. They have more than accounted for themselves here in game number 3. But they do not want to be swept. Sean Scott jump serve. That is long, and it is side out for UCSD.
Jim, I think you're very right. I think they reached one of their goals by getting into double figures against this Bow team, and now I think the next natural progression is to have a goal of taking a game off the Bows.
Masui Allen. That's wide, and that's a point for UC San Diego. It is now 12 serving 13. O'Brien serving. Scott bumps it to Talamoa. That ends up on the Rainbow side, and we are tied at 13. Now the question, do you take the momentum away from UC San Diego? O'Brien serving again. Rainbows need to respond here. Talamoa to Viliamu. And that is side out for the Rainbow men. We are tied at 13 in game number 3. Credit the Triton.
They really are playing well, Jim. Battling hard. Viliamu, though, the stopper all night long, gets his 15th kill.
Yap. Side out. UC San Diego.
Mitchell Yap got his own cheering section here tonight. They got signs across the way. Local boy returns home. He's having a good night tonight.
Viliamu, that went off of Ferguson. Viliamu with another blistering shot. Side out for Hawaii. Become a matter of pride now between these two teams. The Rainbows want to sweep. UCSD says, no, we want to take it to a game 4.
Larson with a very tough serve.
Dink shot. That will be returned. Black to Yap. Triple block. That goes up and hits the national championship flag. Side out, UC San Diego.
Mitchell Yap with a triple block this time. Last time he got blocked, this time he gives Jason Olive a header and gets his 14th kill in the process.
So we are tied at 13. UC San Diego serving. It will be Black, and Black has played very well since he has come on here in game number 3. Ferguson, Yap, and Kerr in that front row. Rainbow men have to just get it over the net. Advantage now, UC San Diego. Yap! A block! Wait a minute. That's a point for UC San Diego. Net violation is called on Talamoa.
Well, you didn't see Victor argue too much, so maybe it was a net. It looked like a pretty clean block from here. You don't see Wilton up arguing. Bows handling that call very calmly.
Aloha ball game 3. No mistakes now for the Rainbows. A block by Kerr, and UC San Diego wins game number 3. They hung around, and finally they were able to break through and win it. We will go to game 4 when we come back. But the Bows lost game number 3, a game that perhaps they took rather lightly. UC San Diego did not. Subsequently, we will go to a game 4.
We'll also see new entries into the game, Jim, for the Bows. Presho, Vale in particular. And here we see the statistics from game number 3. Hawaii hitting .313 to UCSD's .189. Hawaii out-blocking UCSD, killing Hawaii 25-23. Really, that game was more lost by the Bows than won by UCSD, but you got to give them credit for hanging around, digging an awful lot of balls. They outdug the Bows 12-10. Give the Tritons credit. They really wanted that victory. And you've got to think that, again, a team that's been that hungry had to go out and fundraise to make their conference trip to Hawaii has got to play with a little more desire and incentive than maybe most teams would.
On the plane back, they no doubt will say, hey, they didn't sweep us. Didn't sweep us on that first night. Don't know about tomorrow yet. Bows want to make quick work of UC San Diego. And then Greg Vale puts the ball in the eye of Kerr. Kerr smiles about that, but he really got shellacked here. That could swell up on him. Minahan down the middle. That has worked well for UCSD. Tom Black remains in that front row. He came in the third game and has played well.
Minahan yet to make an error tonight, Jim. 8 kills and no errors in 9 attempts.
Ferguson serving for UC San Diego. Craig Vale gets it back for the Rainbow Men. 1-0. Rainbow Men here in game number 4. The Rainbows winning 15-11, 15-4. UCSD coming back to win 15-13 in game 3. Ferguson, Tom Black with the touch. Pancake save by Talamoa. Stewart gets it across. Ferguson short set. Minahan. Stewart saves in the back row. Talamoa goes to Biliamo, and he hits it wide and long. Side out. UC San Diego.
The intensity bumped up just a hair on both sides, Jim. The Tritons think they can win this match, or win this game at least. And now they've been given the confidence of a win in game number 3. And the Bows inserting their seniors back into the lineup. Brad Stewart, Larson Diliamo, who's played all night, and Presho back in, Vale back in. So the Bows, Mike Wilton going for the gusto here in game number 4.
O'Brien serving. Presho. That's in.
Now the question is, will Presho go for the school record? He's got 6 aces tonight. He will not serve now. He's almost went it back and served out of order. Vale back to serve, but if Presho picks up 3 more aces, he'll break his own school record.
That's long. So Matt Minahan will now serve for UC San Diego. Biliamo saved by Ferguson. Ferguson gets it across. That's partially blocked. Presho slipped, and the ball hit the floor behind him. We're tied at 1.
And Ferguson, the setter, picks up a kill on a ball that he just two-handed over the net, overhand pass, caught a piece of the block. Presho, in frustration, goes, oh my, how can they get a kill on us like that?
Minahan serving for UC San Diego. Talamoa to Presho, and Presho gets the side back. Jump serve. Off of O'Brien. Ferguson is there. Yap. Long. Wait a minute. A block.
The ball touched Craig Vale on the way back and out of bounds. Barely caught his shoulder, Jim, and Yap comes up with a lucky kill.
Side out, UC San Diego. We're tied at 1, game 4. Biliamo to Talamoa, back to Biliamo. That's in, side out, Hawaii.
You see a nice jump set by Talamoa. Biliamo to the outside, going high hands over the block.
Biliamo serving. Ferguson goes cross court to Tom Black, who puts it in the net.
Well, O'Brien really made a nice pass on Presho's jump serve, didn't he? That was a rocket that Presho hit, and O'Brien popped it right up.
I'll tell you one thing about Tom Black, he could wear his shoes to the prom. Very plain, clod hopper kind of shoes he had. And that's another point for the Rainbow Men. 3-1, Kerr couldn't do anything with that set. Biliamo will serve again. Ferguson, quick set to Kerr, and that's in. That was a lightning quick serve, almost a reflex action. 1 serving 3, Yap. Mitchell Yap. Biliamo to Talamoa, the deep shot, that will be returned. Ferguson will go to O'Brien, and that's in. That's a point. 2 serving 3.
O'Brien at 6 feet, not a huge outside hitter. Most outside hitters in this league go 6'3" or better, Jim, so the Tritons really sacrificing a lot in size.
Stewart gets it across advantage now. UC San Diego. It will go to O'Brien with the touch and in. Brilliant shot by O'Brien. We are tied at 3.
What the Tritons lack in size, they seem to make up for in heart and smart shots like that one, keeping the ball in play and getting the point.
Yap puts it into the net. Side out for the Rainbow Men. So Jason Olive will now serve. Black, long, could be the shoes. There's these shoes. He can wear those to the prom. They're plain, they're black. And that's his name, Tom Black. Maybe that's why. O'Brien, Biliamo in the back row. That could have been long. Kerr off of Jason Olive. I'll tell you one thing. UC San Diego all of a sudden has been able to get their game together. They are unafraid right now.
You're right. Here we see the quick set from Ferguson to Kerr. Kerr picking up his 12th kill of the night.
Failed miss hitting. Pressure back sets for Stewart. That will be returned. Ferguson to Minahan. And that's a point.
Minahan winning the joust at the net. Two bow blockers couldn't stop it on the overpass. And UCSD takes the lead here in game 4.
Scoreboard has 4-4. I don't know if the scoreboard's right. Stewart hammers it. That is wide. 5. The scoreboard has 5-4. So no matter what the score is,
UCSD
has the lead.
There we go. Now we got it right.
Kerr with the floater. Biliamo to Talamoa. Down the middle. Stewart. Side out Rainbows.
Bo's able to run a complex offensive scheme here with that good pass. Stewart on the crossing pattern.
Talamoa slaps it over. Yap to Ferguson. Minahan down the middle. Great save by Biliamo. And then by Olive and Stewart to get it across. O'Brien hits the antenna. Now Rod Wild comes out and says, I think we had a lift someplace.
In the middle of that rally as the Bows are running off to the side here, I think there's going to be a call right here of a lift right there. Jason Olive carried that ball. I believe in the middle, Randy Shaw is going to tell Ralph Smith there was a lift. We'll see what happens.
You see Ralph Smith carrying a court-wide conversation with Rod Wild.
And what's happening now is that Ralph Smith is saying that Randy Shaw didn't blow his whistle. Randy gave a hand signal of the lift right there, but he didn't blow his whistle to stop it. There you see the hand signal right there on your right. That's a lift call right there, and they are going to give the ball to San Diego. I think that's a good reversal of call right there by Ralph Smith, because Shaw definitely did call a lifted ball. He just forgot to blow the whistle.
Adam Lockwood out protesting for the Rainbows. But Randy Shaw said, I did call a lift. Now Mike Wilton is out.
First time I've seen Mike Wilton up off the bench protesting a referee's call. Normally he's very calm and quiet. Adam Lockwood even up off the bench. They're both a little frustrated now here against this UCSD 2-22, but I think it was the correct call, Jim.
Pressure. Boy, that ball just zipped right by Ferguson. Side out for Hawaii.
And Ron Wild gets up off the bench and says, don't worry, boys. This is a hard hit, but don't worry. It just counts as another side out. That was a powerful spike. Pressure ends up on the other side of the net, but again, the ball was dead.
Stewart hits the tape on the serve. It remains 5-4 UC San Diego here in game 4. Rainbows lead in this match 2-1. Poseyed up to the back line. O'Brien. Biliamo to Talamoa. Pressure. That is in. Side out Hawaii. Craig Vale serving for the Rainbow Men. Ferguson goes to Tom Black. Saved by Stewart in the back row. Talamoa to Biliamo. Just gets it across. Good save by O'Brien. Yap is long. Didn't touch anybody. That's a point. And we are tied at 5.
UCSD not looking very sharp in transition there. Biliamo did not hit a difficult ball over. San Diego really should have converted better.
Yap block, Yap save. Battle at the net. Goes out. And that will be a side out for UC San Diego.
Net violation on Jason Olive. Ralph Smith is saying, don't even argue about it. I saw Jason Olive follow through into the net. Olive saying, no, I didn't touch the net.
Minahan serving for UC San Diego here in game 4. We are tied at 5. Viliamo to Vail. Viliamo from the 10-foot line. Is it good? It is. Tough shot by Larson Viliamo. Side out, Rainbow Men. Fresho, jump serve. O'Brien to Ferguson. This is Yap. Block. And that will drop in. Side out for UC San Diego. So what UC San Diego has been able to do is give Fresho only 2 serves, only 2 of those jump serves here in game number 4.
Good observation, Jim. I think that's a big difference here in game 4. To pass Mark Fresho's serve, and then they get a big block, a one-on-one by Mitchell Yap. He'll remember that one on his return home trip to Hawaii.
Mitchell Yap took the brunt that time of Larson Viliamo. 6 serving 5. Timeout for the Bows here in game number 4. And we'll take this timeout too. 4. Rainbows trail, but they get the side out really off a miss hit.
Not a very impressive side out there, Mr. Leahy.
Jason Olive up there and not really getting a good swing, but in that lay the side out because the ball went over half-heartedly and dropped to the floor untouched. So Viliamo now will serve.
Whiff or no whiff, the timeout to stop San Diego's momentum worked, and the Bows have the ball back again and hope to gain some momentum of their own.
Viliamo with a floater, Yap to Ferguson, and Kerr just kind of punched that ball long. He really didn't get a good swing at it at all. And we are tied at 6. Viliamo will serve again for the Rainbow Men. O'Brien, Ferguson goes cross court. Yap. Viliamo with the serve in the backcourt. They battle at the net, and winning it is Kerr over Talamoa. Side out, UC San Diego.
It's a good play by Kerr. Talamoa goes up and tries to push it over, but instead just gets out-fought there. Good play by Tyson Kerr.
Yep. Serving. Stewart, bad pass. But it works.
And this time, Talamoa wins the battle at the net on the tight pass. Talamoa goes right over Kerr, 6'1" versus 6'6". There you go, Victor, the young guy from Pearl City, does it all.
Talamoa serving tonight for the suspended Albert Hanneman. Jason Olive serving. Kerr gets that one long, and the Rainbows have the lead 7-6 here in game number 4. O'Brien. O'Brien is roofed. Boy, they were waiting for him. That was an ambush.
Really was. Brad Stewart and Vail really loaded up that time. Excellent block.
Jason Olive again serving. Ferguson will go to Black. He's through. Vail. They waited for Black. 9-6 Hawaii. Timeout. UC San Diego. Jason Olive serving. Rainbows on a mini run here. O'Brien is blocked. And that time Ferguson able to get the spike. So the setter gets the side out for UC San Diego. And serving will be Tyson Kerr. We'll do this again tomorrow, live at 6 from Plum. What happened to Kerr?
That's Hawaii's version, or volleyball's version of an air ball. That never had a chance to get over the net.
9 serving 6. Talamoa serving. Oh, what a hit. Minahan.
Minahan still yet to make an error. 9 kills and no errors in 12 attempts.
Ferguson serving for UC San Diego. Talamoa, pressure.
The short serving strategy, Jim, that you alluded to earlier, not working right now. The Bows getting perfect passes every time. Pressure bearing it at the end of the play. I think they ought to go back to the jump serve or something tougher.
Good save by Stewart in the back row. And Minahan hits it. It will be side out. Wait a minute, point. Ralph Smith a little confused here. Ralph Smith with the hands upward. It's a point for the Bows. 10 serving 6.
Question there was whether Larson Villano got a piece of it. It looked like